11 months' time.
Prime Video finally did it. They built a sci-fi collection that's mysterious, philosophical, unsettling, and absolutely addictive.
It doesn't let me dream.
From underground gems to cult legends, here are the 10 you cannot skip. Number 10, Automata.
Who else knows about this?
Set in a scorched future where Earth is nearly uninhabitable, Automata is a bleak, meditative sci-fi thriller that trades explosions for existential dread. Antonio Banderas stars as an insurance investigator tasked with looking into a robot that appears to have broken its own programming. What begins as routine corporate oversight spirals into a haunting journey through a dying world, and toward the possibility that machines may be evolving as humanity fades. The film combines dusty, post-apocalyptic visuals with slow-burn tension, asking unsettling questions about survival, purpose, and what happens when the creations we relied on stop needing us. It's gritty, atmospheric, and far more contemplative than most sci-fi action fare. If you like your robot stories philosophical and somber, Automata belongs on your list. Number 9, Synchronic.
There are things that are far worse than death.
Synchronic isn't your typical time travel thriller. It's a strange, grounded, and unexpectedly emotional sci-fi tale that feels more like a character study wrapped in cosmic mystery. Anthony Mackie and Jamie Dornan play New Orleans paramedics who start encountering victims of a bizarre new designer drug, only to discover it doesn't just alter perception. It can physically pull users through time. What begins as a string of surreal emergencies turns deeply personal when a missing teenager forces one of them to test the drug himself. Instead of leaning on spectacle, Synchronic explores grief, friendship, and the terrifying beauty of the unknown. It's gritty, melancholic sci-fi with a beating heart, and proof that the most unsettling time travel stories aren't about paradoxes, but the cost of letting go. Number 8, The Wave.
Balance. Fighting that will just throw your life into chaos.
The Wave is the kind of trip where reality frays thread by thread until you're not sure whether you're watching a movie or falling through one. Justin Long plays a corporate lawyer who pops a mysterious drug during a night out. And instead of a high, he gets thrown into a kaleidoscope of time jumps, alternate moments, and harsh truths about who he really is. It's not sci-fi in the traditional sense. It's a cosmic morality tale wrapped in neon surrealism and dark humor. One second he's stumbling through office life. The next, he's drifting through cosmic fields and fractured timelines. Beneath the chaos sits a surprisingly thoughtful core. Sometimes the universe doesn't punish you. It simply forces you to see who you've become. Weird, wild, and unexpectedly introspective. Number 7, Watch the Skies. Sometimes the best sci-fi isn't about galaxies far away. It's about ordinary people daring to believe in something more. Watch the Skies follows a rebellious teen convinced her missing father didn't just disappear. He was taken. She falls in with a scrappy UFO investigation club, not sleek agents or elite scientists, but passionate oddballs armed with curiosity, makeshift gear, and big hearts. What starts as a mystery spirals into a grounded adventure full of dusty archives, dim backrooms, and eerie skies humming with possibility. It carries shades of Stranger Things and Interstellar, not in scale, but in soul. This isn't just about aliens, it's about obsession, hope, and that quiet human ache to know we aren't alone. Small in budget, big in wonder, a true hidden gem for believers. Number 6, The Endless.
It doesn't let me dream.
What? There's something down there!
The Endless is the kind of sci-fi horror that gets under your skin slowly, not with monsters, but with ideas. Two brothers return to the remote cult-like commune they escaped years earlier, hoping for closure, only to find something far stranger than the past they ran from. Time bends, loops reset. The sky itself feels like it's watching. There are no flashy effects here, just dread, curiosity, and a creeping realization that the universe they've stumbled into doesn't play by human rules. It's cosmic horror wrapped in grounded brotherly drama, a story where loyalty and fear tug in opposite directions as reality frays at the edges. If you've ever wondered what happens when you stare too long into the unknown, and it stares back, this one will stick with you. Number 5. The Tomorrow War.
This is the end. The human species will disappear from the face of the Earth. We are literally living on borrowed time.
The Tomorrow War swings big: time travel soldiers, alien invasions, and the future of humanity hanging by a thread. Chris Pratt plays an ordinary dad suddenly drafted into a war that hasn't happened yet, thrown decades ahead to fight a species built to wipe us out. What makes this one land isn't just the creature design or explosive action, but the emotional core. A father fighting for his daughter, and a daughter fighting for a version of her dad she once lost. The film mixes blockbuster spectacle with a surprisingly personal story about regret, redemption, and the weight of second chances. It's loud, it's chaotic, and yes, it's a blast. And beneath all the gunfire and chaos, there's a beating heart you don't expect. Number 4. Companion.
There's been 2 moments in my life when I was happiest. The days of you controlling me are...
Companion starts like a quiet weekend getaway, and then flips everything you think you know about human relationships, and about being human, on its head. What feels like a standard cabin-in-the-woods thriller slowly unravels into a chilling sci-fi nightmare about control, identity, and autonomy in a world where artificial companions look, feel, and love like us. Until they don't. When a secret about one guest comes out, things spiral fast into paranoia, violence, and a battle for self-ownership that's equal parts emotional and terrifying. Sophie Thatcher delivers a standout performance, grounding a story that blends sleek tech anxiety with messy human drama. It's uncomfortable in the best way, shocking, clever, and constantly shifting. A film that asks who really owns our emotions in the age of AI, and who is pulling the strings. Number 3. 1984.
Now, 1984 has been brought to the screen with a cast to match its stature.
We're taking it back, way back, to one of the most chilling visions of the future ever put on screen. 1984 isn't flashy, it's not action-packed, and there are no aliens or time travel portals. What it gives you instead is pure, suffocating dread. John Hurt plays Winston Smith, a man desperately clinging to individual thought in a world where independent ideas are literally a crime. Cameras watch every move, the government rewrites history in real time, and even love becomes rebellion. The film's gritty, washed-out style feels like a documentary shot inside a nightmare. A future so bleak, it feels disturbingly familiar today. It's slow, haunting, and unsettling in a way modern sci-fi rarely dares to be. Not all dystopias have monsters. Sometimes the monster is the system, and sometimes it wins. Number 2. Coherence. Coherence is what happens when science fiction doesn't need big effects, explosions, or spaceships to completely scramble your brain. One night, one dinner party, one passing comet. That's all it takes for reality to start bending like glass under heat, splintering into versions of the same world that overlap, collide, and fight to exist. Friends turn into strangers, strangers turn into threats, and every door you open feels like you're stepping into a slightly wrong version of your life, hoping you don't run into yourself on the other side. Shot in one house with almost no script, this movie proves that tension, paranoia, and pure imagination can be more powerful than any blockbuster budget. It's unsettling, intimate, and brilliantly simple. The kind of sci-fi that sticks in your mind long after the final shot, and makes you question the room you're sitting in right now. Number 1. Donnie Darko.
Imaginary.
If you've ever watched a movie and felt like it crawled under your skin, rearranged your thoughts, and then dared you to try and sleep afterward, that's Donnie Darko. A cult classic fever dream where time travel isn't about machines or heroes, but fate, fear, and the fragile line between sanity and destiny. Jake Gyllenhaal delivers one of the most haunting performances of his career as a teenager visited by a towering nightmare in a rabbit suit, who whispers the countdown to the end of the world. Jet engines fall from nowhere. Time loops twist, reality fractures, and every scene feels like a riddle wrapped in nostalgia, dread, and melancholy beauty. It's the kind of sci-fi that doesn't just entertain. It lingers, unsettles, and becomes a core memory. Prime Video didn't just get a classic here, they got a legend. So there it is. Prime Video finally stepping into the sci-fi big leagues. 10 films that don't just entertain, they haunt, challenge, and twist your brain in the best way possible.
We're all stuck in these things!
We couldn't be happier.
Now I want to know, which one are you pressing play on first? Drop your pick in the comments. I read everyone. And if you enjoyed this list, hit like and subscribe. It helps more sci-fi fans find the hidden gems worth watching next. See you in the next one.